My name is Beth and I live on a farm. The wind turbine produces energy without hurting the planet.
I'm currently running the family farm here at Trebuva. We're right on the coast and we're in a windy spot, which is good for renewable wind energy. Agriculture is going through some turbulent times and we just felt that it was time to diversify and try and get a different income into the farm.
TBG wanted to install a wind turbine because it would demonstrate that the technology worked here. It also provided an opportunity for local people to invest in a renewable energy generator. For years, a profit has gone out of local communities. Renewable generation can be an opportunity to bring some of that profit back.
Community renewable energy projects it's been a shifting story. In 2009, the feed-in tariff was announced. A couple of years later, we had a renewable heat incentive, and that's created opportunities, a window of opportunity that's closing pretty much a decade later. And during that period, communities have been quite successful in owning projects, wind turbine projects, solar farms, heat projects that have generated a surplus income.
The Tidal flow project is a huge potential project, probably the biggest project that any small community group, and certainly here, has attempted. Anybody who goes out to Strumblehead and watches the tide going, saying, surely we can have some energy from that. It's extremely complicated. It takes several years to bring it about, and we're currently testing a whole range of feasibility elements in that project.
The tidal energy scheme that we're looking at off of Strumble is being considered for something up to a megawatt of generation. We are still doing our environmental assessment to know what the implications are for size.
I'm a researcher at Swansea University for a project called SEACAMS 2. We are working with Transition Bro Gwaun and also another local research charity called Sea Trust to assess the functional use of this proposed site by marine wildlife, specifically harbour porpoises, to see how they use the site and whether we can mitigate against any potential negative impacts from renewable energy developments.
We're an innovative business working in the smart energy and mobility market. We really like working with TBG because they're very, very innovative. They're very forward thinking, but with a community link as well, so bringing those benefits into the local community. The part of the project that we tended to work on is essentially starts as a solar farm. To actually connect a solar farm here is massively challenging because the grid won't take it. So we are building into that process very smart technology to manage that against the grid, but that can also then allow generation at certain times of the day and linking into the local community and local load as well.
Renewable energy seems to be something that only big organisations or the state can do. We've come together as a community, got our own wind turbine, it's up and running. At first there was some hostility to the idea of a wind turbine being put up in the area.
We had a few issues when it came to planning. There was so much negative press about renewable energy. I think that was influencing decisions.
It's there now and people see the benefit of it. They know that down the line it's going to be producing not just energy but money for the community.
The tidal scheme has the potential, if all goes well, of expanding to 10 megawatts. We're looking at another local energy scheme which would be solar based. That has a potential to be up to 7.5 megawatts. We're hoping to be able to satisfy a lot of the needs of the local community. If we can come as close to that as possible, then that would be a big objective reached.
Transition Bro Gwaun are just an absolute trailblazing group. And if they build that flexibility into the onshore grid, then when the tidal project comes live, they will have a market to plug straight into, and I think we can see some fantastic things happening with energy in Fishguard.